Hello, this is James. I'm trying out a new content strategy and we may have invested a little more into this main box than we usually do, as evidenced by these 3 main box super rares. And the first deck I want to show you is Karakuri. So first we're going to talk about a place that we had to visit in order to make this deck. Karakuri Cash. Select one face-up Karakuri monster you control, add 1 level 4 or lower Karakuri monster from your deck to your hand. Change the battle position of the selected monster. So, this card is Karakuri's in a nutshell. Karakuri cards, searching every single other Karakuri card and changing battle positions for the benefit of the puppeteer. The cards that we can search with Cash include Nisamu, Inashichi, and Ninishi. So, the story of Karakuri begins with Ninishi. For those of you that remember Fire Fist Hazy, Ninishi is Tensu. Gives you that extra normal summon. Inashichi, when it's normal summon, you can search any Karakuri card. And Nisamu, when this is destroyed by battle, you can special summon any Karakuri monster. Now, special note on Ninishi, when this is different from the other Karakuri monsters, when they're attacked, they basically turn in the defense position no matter what. Ninishi changes to the opposite of the position that it was in. So if it was in face-up defense, it goes into face-up attack, which sucks because it has 0 attack. But if it's in attack position, you get it into defensive position, which is very nice. Now, since we didn't go the full hog, the full dolphin, the full whale for this box assembly, I have 2 Ninishi, and we're going to use a Nishipachi to plug that gap. When this is normal or special, you must select a monster on the field and change its battle position. Now, all of this battle position changing is going to charge up the use of Jar of Greed. What? You guys didn't know that they added Jar of Greed to the game? They actually added it a while ago in Valiant Souls, and then they reprinted it for Revolution Beginning. I don't know where you guys have been. Alright, each time Karakuri's monster's battle position is changed, place 1 Karakuri counter on this card. You can pop this card to draw up to 2 cards, well, 1 card for each Karakuri counter on this card. What are you drawing with Karakuri Anatomy? Why? So you're swarming with your Karakuri monsters, you're using your pot of Karakuri in order to draw into your protection cards and your active protection cards, right? You're letting you go for that OTK with the Hey Trunades and the Galaxy Cyclone. Now, we have our 3s and our 4s for our level 7 Shogun 00 Bude, but we have level augmentation because sometimes we have 2s and 3s which can be turned into level 5s. Maybe we don't want level 5. Maybe we want 2 plus 3 for 5 and then summon the 2, and then you have 5 plus 2 equal to 7 and you can go into your Bude that way. We're going second against Astro Phoenix, and you may be asking yourself, James, why Dolphin out for the box? Because we're fine. Like, why this box? Why not a different box? Well, it's because we're finally getting the good synchros. We're finally making use of that new mechanic that was added 4 months ago. 4 months ago, now we're finally getting decks, the point of which is the Synchro Shokan. That is the win condition of this deck. Do you absolutely need to have 2 Bude in order to play this? Not necessarily, but you will have more fun. Alright, so we have our Pot of Greed going to work. 3 plus 4 into a Bude. And then Bude is going to summon a Nishipachi, changes his own self to defense position, and then we get to pop our Jar of Greed. Karakuri Anatomy activates again, and then we're going to put, since we don't have to change any of the monsters, any of the opponent's monsters to defense position, change our own Karakuris, put counters on our pot of Karakuri, our Anatomy of Greed. Ooh, that actually sounds like a hit television drama. Anatomy of Greed. All right, opponent has Destiny Calling, crashes into the Bude, but we still have that Armades Galaxy Cyclone, so that we can attack for lethal damage. there's our third pot of greed. And look at that. Our deck is half the size of the opponent's. Okay, we're going first against Mako Tsunami. This is actually a horrible situation, as you will see. Mythic Depths, and we have our pot of greed, we have our Inashichi, and we have our Cash. So, one thing to know about this deck is that this is the new spell books. This is the new slow books. This is the new slow robots. Because all of this changing and popping and searching, and then optimizing the popping and the changing and the searching, all takes quite a bit of time. So this sucks because we're going second against Mermails. We lucked out a little bit. The opponent didn't open their boss monster. I see that he's attacked into a Drowning Mirror Force before, so he pops my Merchant and doesn't attack. And then we have Inashichi and Nisamu, 3+4 into a Model 00 Bude. We're going to get out our Nisamu. Bude is going to do defense position. And then we have our enemy controller. And then that puts counters on our Karakuri Anatomy. Thank you, Mako Tsunami. We have a Genex Undine. Another heavy infantry. And then it pops the Bude. And then we're going to go Paleozoic Canadia. So that we can play another Paleozoic Canadia and have Paleozoic ready to go. There he pops his Abyss Megalo Atlantean Marksman, targets the Canadia. The Marksman targets the Canadia, and then so that's why we pop it onto the Abyss Megalo, and then we summon another Paleozoic Canadia. Why not? Fishborg Planner. Oh, just anything but the whale. Karakuri Anatomy again. Oh, excuse me. Anatomy of Greed again, and here we can go into our Synchro Shokan. 3+4 equals 7. The other reason you need your level 7 Bude is because there's not a lot of great options for level 7s besides Bude, and then, I guess Ancient Fairy Dragon would be good here. We could pop that field spell, but obviously Bude is giving you the swarming, is giving you the defense position changing, and the opponent is merely stalling the inevitable. I get nervous every time I see this Fishborg Planner, but no whale today. Here we're going first against Akiza. And what does Akiza bring for us today? So we have Canadia, we have our Anatomy of Greed, we have our Karakuri Cash, and we have our Ninishi. So Ninishi plus Cash, that's the dope combo. Actually, yeah, Cash, Ninishi, and Anatomy of Greed. That's the ideal opening hand, and then we summon. So that's our level augmentation. Now we have 5+2, and another Cash, so that we can pop our Anatomy of Greed. There it is. Very nice, Sue. And then right there on turn 1, we have a big monster. We have 2 protection cards, and we have 3 smaller monsters available. But that seriously takes a lot of time. Make sure you're not timer losing when you're playing your Karakuris. It is a distinct possibility. So that protection enables us to immediately nuke the Karakuri Ninishi of the opponent, so they don't have to sit through their ridiculously long turn. Attack with the Bude, double Karibo, and then we attack with the Nisamu. I was trying to see if it would change to attacking position, but not when it's face down. All right, Cash searches the Inashichi. And then of course, Cosmic Cyclone's off the Floodgate Trap Hole. Inashichi searches another Ninishi. Now that's actually not something you want to do, because you want to be able to, well, for me, because I only have 2 Ninishi, but you want to be able to fall back on your Ninishi off of your Nisamu, or summon it with your Beret if necessary. Summons the Hypa. 3+2 equal to a level 5 Armades, and at the very top of the battle phase, we're going to hit that with the Canadia, and now the opponent is just going to wait for me to clear their field. We're going to get Bode, activate the effect for the extra damage, attack, boom, and then the opponent, Ninishi, and that level 4, that level 4 top deck, but that's why you built. That's why you have the draw sense low level, have more control over your draws Could have also been accomplished with Cash Cash. That's just how good this deck is. The opponent has a Bude, but which Bude do they target? Target their own. That's alright. It's like the first 12 hours of these cards being out, and that happens. That happens sometimes. I think red is the enemy and blue is you. But this is not something that the opponent can recover from. We're going to hit that Bude, and then we're going to hit this Ninishi. It changes to attack position, and we have lethal damage. Here we go, second against Jaden Yuki. Ever since I made the Searing Harem deck, now I think that every Jaden Yuki is running that. So, we have our Nisamu, we have our Anatomy of Greed, we have our Cash. You know the drill. Alright, so here, this right here, this is why you want 3 Ninishi. You want Ninishi, Greed, and your Cash. That's what you want. When you don't open it, you don't get the double summon, you don't get the first turn Synchro Shokan, but the opponent playing some kind of passive fill, and we have 2 greeds, and that enables us to get greedy. Ninishi, summon the Inashichi searches another Cash, activates, changes the thing to defense position, doesn't matter which, another Synchro Shokan, another Bude activates, summons this guy, changes that to the attacking position, another Synchro Shokan, Amari's Keeper of Boundaries. We're going to activate the Bude. Karakuri, Anatomy of Greed, pops, and then there's our third pot of greed, but doesn't matter because we have lethal damage. Really good deck. And finally, we're going first against Odeon. We have Nisamu, we have Karakuri Anatomy. So here, Nisamu, Karakuri Anatomy. Nisamu changes when it's attacked, and then we get a greed counter. There it is, and Nisamu gets the search for the Ninishi, and then we top deck monster, Galaxy Cyclone, onto the Paleozoic Canadia. So before we start changing Ninishi around, we check for the Canadia. That gives us the Jar of Greed. There's our second Jar of Greed. Ninishi gives us the normal summon of the Nishipachi. Oh god, so many knees, so many Ninis. Yeah, Nisamu, Ninishi, Nishipachi, and not Bude. Wait, what's the merchant's name? Anyway, all of this goodness, all of this just shuffling around and grabbing and adding, and a double Synchro Shokan into an Armades, like we want to do against the Amazoness. Paleozoic Canadia is going to activate, so we're going to go Armades onto the Amazoness monster, can't get banished, and then we're going to clear house with the Bude. Alright, and then so even though we have Galaxy Cyclone, we don't want to pop this, because that would bring the Tiger back, and I still remember how to play Amazoness, so we're just going to attack for game. I don't know why this person has Gladiator, Beast, Widespread Ruin onto the Bude. But that just leaves us with Armades. So, this deck, really awesome, really consistent. Honestly, your biggest enemy is the timer. Thank you for watching.